simultaneously there have been infiltration bids that have also been negated. We're getting reports that there have been 3 since yesterday night, 2 in the Naugam sector of Handwara. In fact, the same area where or the same police district where this army camp was attacked in the wee hours of the morning. And there in the Naugam sector, 2 infiltration bids have been foiled. And in fact, then you also had an infiltration bid in the Rampur sector, where again the army foiled an infiltration bid. In all these locations, the operation is underway. We have no reports of any casualties, but definitely the attempt to infiltrate has been stopped and negated. There, of course, massive search and combing operation on at 2 places. Of course, there are reports of intermittent firing as well. These militants did try to come in and, in fact, breach the LoC security or the army deployment, because we know that LoC is a very difficult area to man. There are mountains, ridges, and then you have passes, you have water bodies, so it's not a plain area. Talking of an area like the international border in Jammu or Rajasthan, this is a very tough terrain. So using that to their advantage, they did try to come in from multiple points. However, infiltration has been stopped. So simultaneously, there are 2 to 3 operations that are ongoing as I speak to you. One, of course, in Handwara, where this attack took place on the army camp, where right now retaliatory action is on, a search operation, combing operation continues, and then on the line of control, infiltration has also been stopped. So all these activities clearly on the rise, and it seems that while there were inputs, the LoC will remain hot, and those inputs have been justified with these infiltration bids being stopped almost after every day or 2. We see 2 to 3 infiltration bids, which of course are being stopped on the line of control by the army.
But Farid, also this comes after what happened in Uri, what happened in Baramulla, and what is happening right now in Handwara, where these infiltration bids, there's been a sudden hike in all of these infiltration bids. It could be a cover-up or to infiltrate more terrorists, or also at this point of time in the year when before the winter sets in, the attempts will be made to infiltrate as many terrorists as possible across the line of control.
Well, yes, that's right. This, in fact, the summer period and then the autumn, which is fast coming in, this is a time when every year infiltration increases. But for a change this year, there has been absolutely no dip in the rate of infiltration. There used to be a time when it was really coming in waves, but this year it has happened throughout the year. In winters, infiltration used to come down, but this year in Jan-Feb also there were reports of infiltration bids. So clearly the strategy has been changed, and right now there is absolutely no time frame or any season for infiltration. It happens throughout the year. So that really is the situation right now. Infiltration happening, and the infiltration has increased almost 200 to 300% if you compare it to last year. And that really tells you that there have been innumerable attempts to really cross over. Now, most of them have been negated, but then you'll always have situations where they would have managed to come in. And these attacks was happening in Handwara on army camp is definitely handiwork of Jaish or Lashkar-e-Toiba foreign cadre. And they really do fidai strikes. They also get involved in normal guerrilla type attacks on security force camps. And this was one such attack. As I said, we as of now do not know whether the intent was fidai or the intent was to breach the camp security, enter the camp and do something on the lines of what happened in Uri. That is premature to say. But yes, a group of 4 to 5 was initially involved in the firing on the army camp. That's what our sources say. That was retaliated by the sentry posts, forcing these militants to escape. Right now, some of them have been cornered in an awkward area. Unconfirmed reports that 2 of them have been killed. We'll wait for army confirmation on the same. But yes, operations happening at multiple places I speak to you, be it on the line of control or in the hinterland.